Alright guys, and welcome back to another episode of Amateur League Football, and today Daly are away to Mosbone in a friendly, so let's get into it, the starting 11. So we have Davy in nets, Andy and Tank centre back, left back is Robbie, right back is Gouty, three centre mids are Muzz, Hendy and Maxi, Stevie on the right, Willie Mick on the left, Michael up top, and the only sub is Hedgie, so let's get into the game. The Mosbone in the blue and white and Daly in the Clarendon blue, as Mosbone on the ball, they just swing it in and their striker does get a touch onto it by Davy, and that's 1-0 to Mosbone already, like 3 minutes into the game. Not a good start for Daly, but Daly are on the ball now with Robbie. Robbie does give it inside to Maxi. Maxi does turn with it. He does play it out to right back to Gouty. Gouty does take a touch onto it. He does dribble it down the wing. He does call in Michael. Michael does come in. He does get it into feet. He does dribble with it a wee bit and he does give it to Tank. Tank gives it back to Gouty. Gouty does take it, turns, and he does drive into the middle. He does play it in to Willie Mick. Willie Mick takes it by a couple men, gets another by another man, and he does slot it by the keeper, and that is one each. And that was like 2 minutes after Mosbone goal, so already like 6-7 minutes in, and it's one each. And Gouty does give it to Michael. Michael flicks it on to Stevie, but a poor touch. Mosbone's number 3 does come in and take it, does clear it down the wing, only to Gouty though, as it does come to Muzz. Muzz gives it back to Gouty. Gouty does look for a pass, gives it to Stevie. Stevie gives it inside to Hendy. Hendy does give it back to Gouty. Gouty does give it to Stevie. Stevie then swings it in to Willie Mick, who does take a touch up high, and he does go for the kind of acrobatic kind of shot, but it doesn't work out. Straight to the keeper as Mosbone are in the attack with a corner, and it does fall to their player. He shoots, Davy saves it, he saves it again from their number 10. It was pretty good goalkeeping. He didn't really know much about it, but their Mosbone player did actually try a sweaty, but Andy was there to block it, and Willie Mick down the wing using his pace as he does get by their player, and he does cut it back to Stevie Brown. Stevie Brown does shoot, but it's blocked, and it does come back to Willie. Willie does hold on to it for a wee bit, gives it to Robbie. Robbie lets it run by him, gives it in the middle to Muzz, and he just puts it out because their player's down from a block. I don't know. But Michael does play it through to Stevie. Stevie does hold on to it a wee bit. He's getting pressured by the Mosbone player. Does cut it back to Hendy. Hendy does shoot first time. The most unenthusiastic kick of the day goes to that Mosbone player because it was, I don't even know if he was trying to hit it or not. But the ref did lose his whistle and everyone's on the pitch looking for it. But eventually, wee Robbie did come save the day. He did find his whistle, give it back to the ref, and he kept the game going on. So well done to Robbie, and yeah, on to the next clip as Robbie's kind of swinging his arm about. But Mosbone now on the ball on the attack as their player is holding off Maxi. Does hit it into their number 6, and good save by Davy. Does push it by the post, and Stevie is played through. He does put it by his man. He does hit it with his left, and he does lob the keeper. Good goal by Stevie. I don't know who played it through. I think it was Andy, Big Andy, and he doesn't even celebrate. He scores all the time, Stevie, so he doesn't even need to celebrate. But Maxi does give it to Gouty right back, and he does give it up the wing to Stevie. Stevie gives it inside to Gouty again, and he does hit it by his man. He does get tackled though, and it comes to their keeper. The keeper does clear it out to their midfielder. He does play it through to their number 10, he does hold on to it, gives it to their player, he just gives it away to Andy. Andy does storm through, he does play through Michael, Michael does shoot, good save by the keeper. Andy with follow up, but it is blocked. As Daly were really starting to create some good chances, as Willie Mick does come off for Hedgie. It was rolling subs, so that's why he came on in the first half. Hedgie does get it down the wing, straight on as coming on from a sub. It does get cleared out, it does come to Hendy. Hendy does fake to shoot, it does fake to shoot again, and then he does shoot, it does just go by the post. And unlucky there as Maxi on the ball now, he does give it to Hendy. Hendy's under pressure, but he holds off his man. He does play it through to Hedgie. Hedgie does get a touch onto it, he does cut inside, does take it inside more, he does give it to Stevie. Stevie gives it back to him, he does shoot, and the player does block it, does hit off the post and out for a corner, but it didn't come from anything. And he does give it away to their number 7, he does give it to number 8. Maxi does come in and gets the ball off, and he does play it to their player. Again, he does go in for the 50-50, he does come to Gouty. Gouty does play it through to Michael. Michael holds on to it, gives it in the middle to Hendy. Hendy does poke it to Hedgie. Hedgie takes a touch and he does curl it almost by the keeper. Good save by the keeper there, and he does hit it out for a corner. And that is half time. Daly up 2-1, and it was a good half by Daly. Probably should have scored more, but Davy did actually find this frog in the 6-yard box, so he gave it to me, and then there's kicking the ball off the bag. I don't know if it's trying to knock it off or anything, but yeah, it's quite unusual. But Michael does go on for Muzz. As you can see, he is injured as Daly on the attack now. Gouty on the ball. As you can see, Muzz is still injured. He does give it to Wally. Wally does cut inside. He does give it back to Gouty. Gouty does swing it in to Hedgie, but it did hit off his knee, and the chance failed to keeper as Mosbone does throw it in. Wee Robbie does header it away, but it does come back to him. Number 6 swings it in, and Davy tried to palm it out, but he did palm it against his own crossbar, and Mosbone has a simple tap in, and that is 2 each now. It was pretty poor goal, but you know, Davy with the goal kick as he does punt it forward, and there is Michael up for the header. He does kind of just hit off him. I don't know what happened there. But he does play through Wally. Wally does avoid the tackle, but Gouty is running down the wing. He does swing it in to the back post, but it is cleared. Michael with the shot, and he hit it so sweetly it almost went in top bins. But here's Hendy coming off for Muzz, and Muzz obviously wasn't injured that he had to go away. But here's Mosbone. They did actually go 3-2 up. Taz gave me a jacket, the manager, he gave me a jacket to put on because it's raining, and well, they did score when I was putting it on. So Hendy coming back on for, I think that was Michael. Maxie does play it through to Stevie. Stevie does swing it in first time to Hedgie, and Hedgie there with a simple tap in, but a really good cross from Stevie, and Hedgie had to be there at the back post to put it in. So 3 each now, back in the game as corners swung into the back post, and there's Hendy with the header, and that is Daly up 4-3. That was pretty much like 2 minutes after Hedgie's goal, and that's 4-3. And if Maxie meant that flick, then that's brilliant. Like, he probably didn't mean that to go to Hedgie, but then he played it through and Muzz was offside, but he probably didn't mean that flick to go to Hendy, but it still looked good. And there's Wally, faked the whole of Mosbone thinking he was going to kick it forward, but he did kick it off his shin straight to Gouty. He did play it through to Maxie. Maxie played it back through to Gouty. Gouty 1-on-1, but a big donkey touch, and the keeper comes out and gets that, and you know, that probably would have been a goal if he had a better touch. But Wally does play it on the wing to Gouty again. Gouty does play through, no, he cuts inside, gives it to Wally. Wally slips there, and yeah, it was just quite a dramatic slip, but I just thought that was quite funny. Anyway, Mosbone back in the ball as I can't really see anything, but it does go down the wing to Muzz. Muzz does, I don't know if that was out or not, but he does keep it in. He does pass it inside to Stevie. Stevie does play it to Hedgie, but he's offside. But I just had to put in that chip. I mean, that's just, if that was onside and he done that chip, that would be brilliant. But Muzz in the middle, give it to Maxie. Maxie gives it through to Gouty. Gouty, lots of space, does shoot, takes a deflection, but it does go in, and Gouty says, so if you didn't know, Scott Murray is Muzz, and yeah, a lot of them were saying that it was going wide and it was an own goal, but it was Gouty's goal, it was just a deflection. But anyway, that is the full time, and Daly did win 5-3 against a Premiership team, and it's quite a good result. Only it's a friendly, but they all count. Anyway, if you guys did like this video, then please do leave a like, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye.